There ain't no rest for the wicked. I worked the last 2 days, gave my body just a little bit of a rest, even though work was pretty crazy this week. I'm hurting, you guys. Getting this loft up was no small feat, especially on my body. I still need to mill one by decking to go on that, but it's time to tackle the loft, which is going on that side of the house, the second loft. So let's cut down another tree. All right, let's get back to it today. So you guys, check this out. Ha ha ha. I have 2 logs up now for this loft on this side. This guy, this was a beast. So what ended up happening was I had a neighbor come up yesterday and he helped me bring that thing in and get it raised and bolted down. And it took us maybe a half hour. That would have taken me all day today to do by myself. So next on the agenda is I gotta do the joists on this side. And by the way, in my last video when I said I needed to mill floor joists, did you think I meant traditional floor joists? Oh no, 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 no. No, we're going rustic log cabin here. So I've gotta do what I did here on this side, and I didn't show you guys the process of making these ones. So today we're gonna make these ones. Real quick, I did want to address something that was commented on quite a bit in my last video, and that was the movement in the walls when I was putting up this log here. You guys, these walls are not connected to anything yet. They are 8-foot sections that are screwed down to the framing and to each other, but not supported at the top. I have not yet put on my double top plates, which will lock the walls together. But since I added these angle supports on the lofts, these lofts are actually adding strength to the walls. So you can see here, this wall has quite a bit of movement in it because I haven't supported this log yet. But even without my double top plates, this is not going anywhere. So I promise you my house is not going to fall down. It's gonna get stronger as we go. Once the rafters are in place, those are gonna add some extra support as well. So stick with me. I'll get there. I promise. This is gonna be a good house. Hey everybody, what a beautiful day. Oh my gosh, it is so nice out here. So I got a lot of little things to do today. I mean, they're not that little, but things that I've been putting off. So first, like top priority, I got to get the roof on this thing. So I am putting on floorboards on the lofts. One of the cool things with designing and building this cabin myself is that I get to add my own little creative elements and flares wherever I want. So I milled 1x to make up the floor, and instead of going flat on the edges, I left them live edge. So I've already been up here working for a little bit this morning because I needed to peel the bark off of the live edge on some of these. I've only done maybe 8 of them so far. It is a little bit time consuming, but I think it's gonna look really cool. So I'm gonna try slapping a couple of them up there. We're gonna see how it looks, and then I'll make a decision from there if that's what I'm gonna continue to do for the loft. Stay tuned. Okay, well, I can't say I'm 100% sold on this look yet. Obviously it's gonna look way, way better once it gets sanded and stained, which is something that's gonna happen down the road once I'm dried in. Sorry. There's a plane going over. But for right now, it's going to work to give me a platform to work on the second story. Another thing, I know I'm probably going to catch a lot of opinions on the span between these joist logs. And to be honest, I'm not 100% on it either. They're about, it's about a 30-inch gap, which is why I went with 1-inch boards on top, true 1-inch. Because I was hoping that that was going to give me enough support in between these joists, and it's fine. I can walk on it. There's not going to be a ton of weight up in these lofts. This side is going to have a desk and maybe a futon for guests, and the other side is going to have my mattress and a nightstand and a couple things. For me, the boards can support me perfectly fine. I can feel a little bit of a spring, but if I get somebody significantly heavier visiting, then, you know, I want to make sure that it's safe and my floor's not going to break. So I may rework this down the road. I may end up cutting another joist log and adding it in. It won't be too much of a thing to do, but it's not something I have time for now. So I'm aware. I do like the look of it, of the span. I didn't want too much going on up in these lofts. I wanted them to be fairly simple. So I'm going to kind of mull that one over the next couple weeks and come to a decision on that. But let's get back to cutting the rest of these 1x. that whole log that I milled did just over half of this loft. And I had started over there on that loft, and I kind of abandoned that after I milled this log, because what I ended up doing was milling these 1x a little bit thicker. They're 1.25 inches now. And this is a nice fresh tree, so the wood is all light colored and it's all about the same width, so I wanted to keep it on the same side. So I started working on this side, and I have to say I like the thicker and the wider boards better. So I'm probably going to take those off and reuse them somewhere else, maybe on the catwalk. So I'm gonna go pull out another tree and keep doing the same thing I've been doing over and over till this is done. I have to say, this is a much cleaner and better looking setup than on the other side. So obviously there are gaps between the logs or the boards, because they're live edge. But that's okay. I think I had figured that was going to happen, and that's gonna allow more light to come down here, and allow for more airflow. So maybe I won't be having too much heat getting trapped up in my loft. I'm thinking about installing a fan as well. But yeah, this was the first side I did. I think I'm gonna reuse these. Okay, y'all, the lofts are finally decked. I had planned for these lofts to take me maybe a weekend, and thought it might go a little bit over. They took me 3 weeks. And I guess that's just the way things go with construction. So I've made a decision here. These boards are pretty strong, pretty secure for someone my weight anyway. But I can feel a little bit of a spring in them. Would I feel confident doing jumping jacks up here? Probably not. So this will eventually get covered over with plywood, and then that's going to give me a flat surface where if I ever want to install some vinyl flooring, I can do that down the road too. And I'll still have that live edge look from underneath. So I'm going to flip the camera around and show this to you guys, and I'll show it to you from down below. So this is loft number 1. This is what I'm referring to as the catwalk. Underneath this catwalk is going to be a closet space. And this will be the loft I sleep in. The stairs will go down from here. And then I can access both lofts from this one set of stairs by use of the catwalk.